the teacher is suing because of what they've gone through. Teachers filed a lawsuit accusing the Ottumwa School District in Iowa of encouraging students' racist behavior by failing to impose sufficient discipline for such conduct. Rose to the level that a lawsuit commenced. Robert Bender suing the Ottumwa Community School District in U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Iowa and is seeking unspecified damages related to alleged harassment, discrimination, retaliation, violations of the Federal Civil Rights Act. Also named as defendants are Jerry Miller, a school principal, and Dana Warnecke, an assistant school principal. This is from the Iowa Capitol Dispatch, they're reporting. Now, these are the defendants. Let's put them up, Jerry Miller and Dana Warnecke. Background on the teacher. Bender, who is Black, began working for the district in July 2021 as a behavior instructor teacher and the high school's junior varsity boys basketball coach. Since then, he has also held the position of junior high school girls track coach, and he currently works for the district as a high school special education teacher. In his lawsuit, Bender alleges that from the time he first began working for the district in 2021, he has been the target of racially motivated abuse and harassment by students. In early September 2021, he alleges a student referred to him using the N-word, while several co-workers witnessed the incident. They did not challenge the student's behavior, the lawsuit alleges. There were two more incidents, similar nature, occurring in the weeks that followed. And after the matter was reported to Miller and Warnecke, the student who was involved was suspended for either a half day or a full day. What is the price of calling your teacher the N-word? Few hours, apparently. Over the next 3 months, the lawsuit claims Bender was routinely referred to by the same racial epithet uttered by different students in front of other district employees, administrators, and students. Bender also received sticky notes with racist messages written on them. According to the lawsuit, Bender reported the conduct to Miller and Warnecke. Matter was referred to the district's executive director of human resources, who assured Bender such behavior would not be tolerated, according to the lawsuit. It makes me chuckle when I read that. March 2022, Miller allegedly reassigned Bender from a behavioral teacher to an inclusion teacher for the 2022-2023 school year. Reassignment was reportedly because Bender had allowed a student to walk out of his class. Common occurrence in the district, the lawsuit claims. Same month, a student at a bus stop allegedly directed the N-word at Bender in front of staff and parents, and a few weeks later used the word again in front of Miller. Student was not removed from the class and to Bender's knowledge was not disciplined, the lawsuit states. Miller later told Bender that while he took no offense to the N-word, he understood why Bender would. It's your deal, bro. I guess I get it. Lawsuit alleges the defendants enabled students to harass and humiliate Bender throughout the student's severe and pervasive daily use of racial slurs and racially charged language. The district has denied these claims that they enabled harassment against Bender. The actions are so egregious and persistent as laid out by this lawsuit. I don't know what your defense is, except, well, this is Iowa and this is what we're doing here. I really don't. It's stunning to me that it's so brazen, but then I say, well, why are you stunned, Sharon? Because again, in certain communities, certain pockets, more than perhaps we'd like to admit, it is what it is, Rick.
That it is. What I would say is we're gonna potentially learn a lot here. And I think the most important is, as always, the receipts. These are allegations that are laid out in the lawsuit. If what he is saying is true, okay, and he went to a certain department to report all this, and then the two folks that you showed at the beginning of this segment did little or nothing to right or wrong, he's going to win. It's fairly obvious in my opinion. On top of this, it's showing his character that he was a sports coach. And then when they said, hey, excuse me, they said, hey, we're going to relocate you. He's working in special education. That shows me a lot. On top of this, the fact that, and there's one story that's crazy to me inside of the story, which is students receive suspensions for calling a teacher, body shaming a teacher, and slamming a door. Yet when it comes to allegedly racial slurs being uttered in the direction of a teacher, there's a timeout where said teacher who was allegedly racially abused has to supervise them to then receive more mistreatment. And it seems like there is no recourse. There's nothing good happening out of this. So I'm just glad that he is bringing our attention to this, because when it comes to small town America, and I've covered this many times over, these are serious issues that with the eradication of newspapers, mainly from conservatives and folks like Sinclair, we're just not hearing a lot of these stories anymore. So it's very important.
Wow, beautifully said. And this whole group think thing comes to mind because he can't have much support in this community. I mean, you heard the allegation in law. I don't see what the problem is with the word, but I guess I get it that, you're offended, whatever, cool story, bro. The groupthink is enormous, and that kids, because even little bad kids who are saying these things, I actually don't think there are bad kids. I think they do bad things, but who puts them up to it? Who indoctrinates them? It's just a shame. I feel bad actually for the kids. This is, wow. That's not who you came out of the womb as. It's who you became because of, all that.